What's up, guys? It's the one and only Bad Oyster here. This time we're back with a little tip for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. What we're going to be doing is going round and I'm going to show you where all the intels are and then show you what you unlock once you've found all the intels. So sit back, enjoy, and let's go get them intels. Right, guys, this is in the first mission. What you got to do is when you come across this building, it's literally right at the beginning of the mission. You come to this building, you carry on through. Why is this guy coming down here? I have no idea. Obviously, you make your way around. Excuse all the dead people, but you know. Then you come up, and then it's in here. Look, see it there? So you're looking for this little place. As soon as you come up the first flight of stairs, it's literally right there under the sign. Alright? So that's the first intel. Let's get that now. And then it'll come up like that. Right, guys. For the second intel, it's in the first mission still. And what you do is you come into this bar here. It's a little bit after the first intel we found. You come up, obviously you clear your way through. Again, excuse all the dead bodies. And what you do is when you get to here, right near where there's the MG with the gun, you come up this other flight of stairs, and at the top, the intel's right there. So that's where it is. Just pick it up. As you notice, it says that I've got like 11 out of 45. So for the intels that I've already found, I'll show you the place and shoot the spot where I found it, so that you'll know where to get it from. So let's move on to intel number 3. Right, guys, this is for the third intel in the game. When you're in this courtyard, what you have to do is you have to head over towards the waterfall, and then once you've gone under the waterfall, it's in this little room and it's right there on the table. Right, let's get this and then we'll jump in the second mission and get the rest of them. Let's go. Right, guys, we're going to get intel 4 now, and basically intel 4 is in the second mission at the beginning when you're in this simulated house. What you do is after you've just got the president from there, come round here and bam, the intel should be literally right here. So it's the bedroom off of this main room basically. Let's take that, and now we will go and get intel number 5. Right, guys, this is for the second intel on the second mission. What you have to do is make your way down there to the right hand guardhouse. It's just after the tour with Irons, and he'll dump you over there. As soon as you walk in, turn right, the intel's right there. Right, let's get it and move on to the next lot. Right, guys, when you get to this little position here where you're about to take the simulation again, shut up, Gideon. Basically, before you go and get in the elevator to trigger the simulation, come in here, and on this box there will be an intel for you to get. I've previously got it, so that's it. Let's go get the next one. Right, guys, we're in mission 3 now. This is literally right at the beginning when you come into this building to save the Prime Minister. There should be an intel in here. There it is. It's just right on the table in the first office on the left hand side in the left hand corner, just before you get in the breach room. So there's the intel. Let's go get the other one. Right, guys, this is going to be the second intel in the third mission. Basically, after you've just outrun the truck and you've jumped down this ledge and you get to this courtyard, basically you go up these stairs here, and this should be, oh, there it is, vending machine there. right next to it is the intel. So once you get it, that's it. And let's move on to the next one. Right guys, when you get up to this point on mission 3 where you've just taken out this specific truck for shooting that wanker, basically what you do is when it gets to that wall where it says climb, if you come round here, the intel's just hidden behind this box near Joker. So if you just take that, then that is all the intels for mission 3. So let's get on to the next lot of intels. Right guys, this is the first intel in the 4th mission. What you have to do is when you get to this room here, you got to head over here, turn right into here, and the intel should be around here. Oh wait, I can't get around, 1 second. Right, there it is. Once you've got that, that's the first intel done, so let's move on and get the second one of this mission. Right guys, when you get to this reactor room after you've used your drone, all you do is run round here, come through this little bit here, and then the intel's just on them boxes. That's the second intel on mission 4. Let's go get the last one. Right guys, after you've just literally been told that the power plant's going to blow up and you're trying to escape, as you come through this little hatch here, you should literally run up here, and it should be on one of these orange boxes somewhere. There it is. It should be right there. And once you get it, that's all of them for mission 4. So let's go get the rest on mission 5. Right guys, when you're on mission 5 and you get to this little bit after you fell through the ceiling, and you've let that weird hazmat guy go past, basically come out here, turn left, and the first intel's there for this mission. Right, so let's go get the second one now. Right guys, once you've jumped down off this fire escape, what you do is you just head round here, and it's the second cabin on the left, and as soon as you go in, the intel's right there, and that's the second intel on the 5th mission. Let's go get the last one. Right guys, when you get to the hospital and you've come up this little stairway and you've breached this room after they throw a flashbang at you, just come into this little reception bit, come to the left, and the intel's right there on top of these boxes. Right, that's the last one in mission 5, so let's jump into mission 6 and get the first one there. Right guys, when you're on mission 6 and you get to here where you're just about to put on your exosuit, just before you do it, come out here, and on this bench right there, there should be an intel. I've previously got this one, so it's definitely there. Right guys, when you get to this point where you're in an open firefight and there's loads of people shooting, if you come up these stairs here, go in the bedroom on the right, and right there should be the next intel. I've obviously previously got this one, so let's move on and get the last one on episode 6. Right guys, when you're near the point where the guys just died from the sniper, what you want to do is you want to come up the stairs, you're going to go straight across behind the van and into this next building, and the intel is right there on the side. Let's take that, and then that's the last one for mission 6, so let's move on. Right guys, after Gideon's just been on the phone with your fake girlfriend, basically turn round, come round here, and on the receptionist desk there's the intel right smack bang there. Right, let's go get the second one. Right guys, when you're on the run from Atlas and you jump down from there, stay on the street instead of going with her, and there should be an internet cafe around here somewhere. There it is. Right, come in here, and then the intel is right there on the table. Right, let's go and get the last intel for mission 7. Right guys, when you've literally crashed the boat and you're on your way up here, basically before you go and grapple up to the next bit, if you come between this tarp and this box, smash the window, and then the next intel's there. And that's the last one for mission 7. So let's start on mission 8. Right guys, this is the first intel on mission 8, and what you do is when you've just jumped in this little drone room that you have to use an EMP to get into, when you come over here, this left desk, like there, there's an intel there. So, easy enough. Let's go get the next one. Right guys, after you've just watched that cinematic between you and Cormac finding out some hidden shit on this table, basically when you turn round next to these two guns right there, there should be another intel. I've previously got it, so let's move on to the last one for mission 8. Let's go. Right guys, for the last intel on mission 8, what you've got to do is, when you've just come from out under this truck with Cormac, before you grapple up to him, if you come round here, crouch down, the intel's right there on this box. And that's it for mission 8. Let's go get him on mission 9. Right guys, with this intel, what you've got to do is, when you've just landed, like right there, what you do is when you turn round, you'll see these two crates on the right hand side. When you go over there, the intel's in between them. I've previously got it, so let's move on and get the rest of them in this mission. Right guys, after you've just literally fell in this cave and you've followed Cormac round to this bit and you've killed these two people on the peaks, come round here, double jump over, and right about, I think it's there, is the second intel on mission 9. I've obviously previously got it, so let's move on and get the third one. Right guys, after Gideon's just pulled you out of the ice and you're coming past this, like, crashed whatever, if you come over here to the front of it, there's an intel right there. And that's that. So that's all of them for mission 9. Let's jump into mission 10 and start getting them there. Right guys, as soon as you start mission 10 and you run into this little shack, it should be right there, the intel. Right in between all them cans. I've previously got it, so we'll move on to the next one. Right guys, after you've just burnt down the server room on mission 10 and then you head towards this main compound, basically what you do is as you come through, clear out whatever enemies are here, turn right, come down this way, and then there's an intel right there on this little desk. And that's it. So let's move on and get the last one in mission 10. Right guys, after you've just disabled the scrambler and you come running through here with your team, basically before you go anywhere, smash this window, climb in, and right there on the table should be the next intel, the last one on mission 10. I've already got it, so let's move on to mission 11 and start getting them there. Right guys, after you've just literally crashed your car, come out, kill the people that are on top of them two trailers, and as you see this SUV and taxi cab, come over here, and then the intel's just on the passenger seat of the SUV. And that's it. Alright, let's go get the second one. Right guys, when you move further down on the bridge and you get to this like road sign, jump on this red thing, then onto the side, onto the other side, and then the intel's there. So now we've got that, let's go get the last one for this mission. Alright guys, when you get to this helicopter, when you're just about to go to the van, before you do, head over to the left side of the bridge, then there's an intel right on this cart thing. So take it, and then that's the last one for mission 11. Let's move on to mission 12. Right guys, when you get to this point where you've just jumped in this giant hole that's blown up in the side of the ship, when you follow Cormac and everyone round here, instead of going straight up there, turn right and there's an intel right there. Right, that's that one, so let's go get the second one in this mission. Right guys, when you get to this bit where you've come up the stairs and you're supposed to follow Cormac through that room, instead of going that way, come round here, and then just here on the right there's one of the intels. So that's the second one for mission 12, so let's get the last one. Right guys, when you get up to the bridge, instead of going straight over there, when you come over here, right there on the table, there should be one of the intels. I've previously got this one, so let's move on and get the ones on mission 13. Right guys, before you grapple up there after you've just crashed your little like ship things, stay on this level and basically come right down here to where there's this little poster of this man, this little gay dude here, and your intel's right there on the bench. Right, that's the first one on mission 13, let's go get the second one. Right guys, when you get to this little building bit here, where there's them turrets on, what you want to do is come to this right hand side, sorry. Come round here, and then start grappling all the way up the top of this. And basically when you get to the top here, the intel's right on this little table. Right, that's the second one on mission 13, let's go get the last one. Right guys, before you go get that Stinger missile, what you want to do is come up here and then run along this little boardwalk, and then the intel's just on this little bench, and then that's the last one for mission 13. Let's jump on to mission 14 and get the rest. Right guys, when you get into this room with Gideon where all these monitors are, what you want to do is where this guy's like freaking out, come in here, and then on the right the intel's just on top of this table. Let's get this, let's move on to the second one of this mission. Let's go. Right guys, as Gideon's beating up this dude, what you want to do is turn left, and then the intel's right there. It's when you get into this little plexiglass room before you jump down that hole. So let's move on and get the last one for mission 14. Right guys, before you jump into the little like armor suit, what you want to do is turn directly round, and then the intel's right on this little like table thing, and then that's the last one for mission 14. Let's move on to mission 15. Right guys, this is for the first intel in the last mission. What you've got to do is when you've come out of the water and you're making your way around here and you're supposed to go down there, if you come over here first, turn right, on this bench here is the first intel of the mission. Right, let's go get the second one. Right guys, for the second intel, what you've got to do is when you come down the stairs and you're in where all these like labs are, what you want to do is head over to the left hand side, and in this little bit here, the intel's right there on the desk. That's it, let's go get the last intel of the game. Right guys, after Gideon's just booted in this like white door, and you're supposed to turn right and go down there with him, before you do that, come straight into this room, and then the intel's right there on the little desk. And then that's the end of all the intels for this game. That is all of them. So now I'm going to show you what it unlocks.
No father should have to lose his son. It goes against the natural order of things. Without our sons, we have no future. I've spent my life fighting stupidity and cowardice for a better world, where good people can prosper and thrive without fear. I know the cost. I see it every day, and I accept it. But I can't accept this. Will's tragedy can't be for nothing. I'll make sure of that. This is not where it ends. This is where it begins. I checked in on Mitchell today. Gideon's kicking his ass, but he'll get there. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and that same determination that Will had. I can see why they were close. The Marines, in their infinite wisdom, deemed him unfit for duty. Can't fight with one arm. Never tell a soldier what he can't do. If anyone deserves a second chance, it's guys like Mitchell. Give me an army of men like him, and there's nothing Atlas can't do. Lagos. If there were a better example of government ineptitude, I haven't seen it. The KVA walked in like they owned the place, like it was their right to take whatever they wanted. Helpless, the officials come to me. They came shocked that a few well-armed men can bring a nation so great, so powerful, to its knees. What sort of men are they? They ask. I tell them they are simply men who are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their goals, without emotion, without bias. And once you understand this most basic of facts, you have everything you need. Above-ground nuclear power facilities have been a tactical hazard since their inception. In 2048, Atlas submitted a lengthy report to the Defense Department on the security risks. I guess they didn't like the findings because they buried the report. I think they gave us the security contract just to shut us up. But that's not why I accepted the job. I took the contract because Atlas would give the taxpayer the best return on their buck. We spent millions on concrete reinforcements. We build anti-aircraft defenses, but our greatest achievement? Eliminating human error. You can build your defenses as strong as you like, but the human race is the weakest link in any system. When an attack does come, and I have no doubt it will, then mark my words, it will be because someone has left the door unlocked. You can't protect what you can't control. Leaders lead. Success or failure comes down to the choices we make. Capturing Dr. Danois and bringing him to justice would be a decisive step forward in the hunt for Hades, but what purpose does it serve to prosecute this man for his crimes if we can use him to prevent future crimes against humanity? Hundreds, maybe thousands, have been killed by this man's experiments, but what if the results could one day benefit humanity and save lives? Is it wrong to put that knowledge to use, regardless of how it was obtained? It's only right that we respect the dead. What better way to honor them than give meaning to their demise? Scientific data exists outside any moral framework. It's a resource that can be exploited for good or bad. The choice is ours. But to choose to do nothing with it is no choice at all. It is to accept that innocent people died for nothing. A mission of this scale is a serious endeavor in the best of circumstances. Operating in the middle of a busy tourist destination is, without doubt, extremely risky. But the risk is the key to our success. Hades has gambled on our humanity. No government can survive the public outcry if hundreds of innocent tourists are killed in a botched mission. Hades knows this. But we're not the government, and our power does not come from popular mandate. The government could have stopped us, the United Nations could have stopped us, but they didn't. Why? Because they think I've stepped into my own trap. They've seen what Atlas can do, and they know how powerful Atlas has become. They're afraid, more afraid of me than they are of Hades. And with the KVA on the run, who is left to disrupt their status quo? They look at us, and instead of seeing our success, they see a threat. Someone too powerful to control, too powerful to stop. And so they've gambled on our failure, and they're right to be afraid. Failure's not an option for us. As long as we deliver Hades' head on a stick, no one will want to stop us. They'll want to follow us. If you want to sell people on your vision, show them. They call this part of the world the cradle of civilization. For 10,000 years, it was the center of trade and culture. Home to kings, caliphates, despots, and dictators. The first images of war I ever saw came from this place. 2 wars in 2 decades with nothing much to show for it. I saw how wars quickly became quagmires, if not prosecuted effectively. If ever there was somewhere that represented the utter failure of governance, Baghdad was it. While our leaders left this place to its fate, I took this as an opportunity to seize our destiny. 50 years of rot, and we rebuild it in 5. Now, New Baghdad is more than just a thriving city. It's a symbol of what's to come.
Everybody thinks their ideas are right. That's why the people you call terrorists call themselves freedom fighters. The fundamentalists think they're right, the capitalists think they're right, the communists think they're right. And no one will ever convince anyone of anything. And all these honorable men lecturing the world from the floors of Congresses and parliaments whose time has long since passed refuse to admit, publicly at least, ideas don't determine who's right. Power determines who's right. And I have the power, so I'm right.
On days like these, it's hard to remember what progress looks like. Billions of dollars, years of research. The human body is not a machine that we can simply rebuild. Tissue damage takes time to heal. Cells take time to grow. We are mortal creatures, and time is never our friend. We've successfully accelerated the growth process, but the cells are unable to sustain themselves after a certain period. Nevertheless, Danois continues to be a valuable asset. Without Danois, Manticore would have died at the developmental stage. Disloyalty? There is no greater crime. There is no punishment harsh enough. They must have recruited Mitchell. I saw something in him, something you rarely see in a man. A leader. Something of myself, maybe. A man who can follow blindly, yet still think for himself. Will had to strike out on his own. Disloyal? I used to think so. But maybe I was wrong. I like to think Will would have come back into the fold, given time. In order for a butterfly to be born, a caterpillar must die. At a certain point, imaginal cells are triggered in the caterpillar's DNA. And these cells remain dormant, but once activated, they suddenly behave like a cancer, aggressively attacking the healthy cells. The cancerous cells grow, and the caterpillar is eventually destroyed, but the cancerous cells become the basis of new life form, a butterfly. And so, the cycle continues. So cruel, yet so beautiful. Our greatest advances can equally lead to our destruction. Manticore is the fork in the road. One path leads to death, a weapon more powerful than anything before it, and the other to life, the regeneration of human cells, the conquest of death itself, immortality. You can turn anything into a weapon. It just takes imagination. Some of the most successful military campaigns succeeded simply because no one ever imagined it was possible. If you're planning to take out the most powerful naval force on the planet, forget about doing it in the open water. Strike from the depths of the ocean, or strike before it's even had a chance to leave port. By collapsing the bridge on the fleet, I will accomplish 2 things. The first is strategic, disabling the U.S. Third Fleet. The second, symbolic. For a century, the Golden Gate Bridge has stood for U.S. technological innovation and might. Destroy a powerful symbol of strength, and you turn it into an even more powerful symbol of weakness. Make an adversary feel weak, and they will become weak. A cowardly act of terrorism? Who the hell are they kidding? I went up against the largest naval fleet to ever sail the oceans with a small company of highly skilled and highly motivated special operatives, and won. They can spin it 1,000 different ways, but the images speak for themselves. Cowardly? No. I stand by my actions. Terrorism? Most certainly. If your actions do not inspire fear and terror in the hearts of your adversary, then you have no business waging war. The attack came as I predicted it would. In forcing them to react, they reacted foolishly because they are powerless to respond in any other way. An affront to their power is an affront to their very existence, but their show of strength, might, and resolve will merely expose their complete impotence. Power? They have no real power. They have propaganda. They have resources. They have committees and budgets, votes and vetoes, propositions and tabled amendments, all useless. Tomorrow, if we wake up at all, we will wake up to a new dawn, and that's when the real work begins. This moment has been years in the making. Billions of dollars. The years of research, the setbacks, and scientific breakthroughs. Many doubted that this day would come, but it has arrived. The genie is out of the bottle. Manticore exceeded all expectations and performed beautifully. Even now, having seen it with my own eyes, it feels like a miracle. I walked completely untouched as hundreds of enemy combatants lay dying all around me, struck down on the battlefield where they fought. Every man has a unique DNA, a code that is his and his alone, just as each man's destiny is his and his alone. Whoever controls Manticore controls that destiny of mankind. Nothing and nobody can stand in our way. The enemy is at our gate, but we will never let them win. What I've started will continue, whether I'm here to see it or not. I'm merely an agent for change, guiding us toward our shared destiny. Our children will live to see the end of terror, of famine, of oppression, and brutality. A world where all necessities will be provided. A world free from the tyranny of government, of artificial differences and false beliefs. A world united under one flag.
Democracy? Democracy. Democracy isn't what these people need. Hell, it's not even what they want. America's been running around the globe trying to install democracies in nation after nation for a century, and it hasn't worked one time. Now, why do you think that is? Because these countries don't have the most basic building blocks necessary to support a democracy. Little things like we ought to be tolerant of those who disagree with us, or we ought to be tolerant of those who worship a different god than us, or that a journalist ought to be able to disagree with a fucking president. And you think you can walk into this country based on fundamentalist religious principles, drop a couple of bombs, topple a dictator, and start a democracy? Give me a break. People don't want freedom. They want rules, boundaries, protections from invaders and from themselves. People need a leader who can both provide the constraints and the support to keep chaos at bay. And you give them that, and they'll follow. And that's where I come in.
Right guys, that's the end of the video, and I think we can all agree that Irons is a bit of a twat. He's kind of full of himself from what we saw with them Intel clips. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, that's the end of the video. So if you like the video, please leave it a massive thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button and let me know in the comments why you didn't like it. And I hope the video helped you out, and I'll see you back here in the next video in a bit.